In the year 7 Hijra, 628 CE, the oasis of Khaybar, located north of Medina, stood as one of the most powerful fortified settlements in Arabia. Rich in agriculture and protected by a chain of massive stone fortresses, Khaybar was home to Jewish tribes who had become a political and military threat to the emerging Muslim state in Medina. For years, Khaybar had played a decisive role in stirring hostility against the Muslims, financing enemies, supporting coalitions, and encouraging warfare. After the Treaty of Hudaybiyah secured peace with the Quraysh of Mecca, the balance of power shifted. The Muslims could now confront threats closer to home. The Jews were strong opponents of Muslims and wanted to destroy the Muslims of Medina. They wanted to attack the Muslims of Medina, and for that purpose, they also sought the help of the Banu Giftan group and offered them they would give them half of the produce of Medina after winning the war against Muslims. Also, the Jewish tribe had the support of the fake Muslims of Medina, who were actually against the Muslims of Medina and were informing the Jews about the plans of Muslims residing in Medina. When the Prophet Muhammad found out about the evil plotting of Jews and the Banu Giftan group, he decided to attack Khaybar for the protection of Muslims. Initially, the Muslim army of 1,500 soldiers under the leadership of the Prophet Muhammad reached the place called Raji, which was between the Khaybar and Banu Giftan. The people of Banu Giftan got so scared of the Muslim army that soon the Muslims will attack them, and thus, due to fear, they backed off and decided not to support Jews anymore in their war against Muslims. The Battle of Khaybar was not a single, decisive engagement, but rather a series of skirmishes and sieges at various fortresses within the oasis. The Muslims began their siege, facing a determined and well-organized defense by the Jewish inhabitants. Muslims had to face many struggles in captivating the forts of Khaybar, which was essential to defeat the Jews of Khaybar. Under the direction of Hazrat Abu Bakr, the Muslims led the assault against the Jews on the first day. There was no conflict, and the Jews remained sequestered in their forts. The Muslim forces were under Hazrat Umar command the next day. There was no conflict because the Jews remained confined to their forts. Hazrat bin Sa'd narrated about the Battle of Khaybar. On the day of Khaybar, Allah's messenger, the Prophet Muhammad, said, "Tomorrow I will give this flag to a man through whose hands Allah will give us victory. He loves Allah and His Apostle, and he is loved by Allah and His Apostle." The whole night everyone was wondering whom the Prophet Muhammad would hand over the flag. In the morning, the Prophet Muhammad asked about Hazrat Ali, and people of the army told the Prophet Muhammad that Hazrat Ali was suffering from an eye infection. The Prophet Muhammad called him and put his saliva in the eyes of Hazrat Ali. The saliva of the Prophet Muhammad instantly cured the infection of Hazrat Ali's eyes. The Prophet Muhammad gave the flag to Hazrat Ali and said, "Proceed and do not hurry. When you enter their territory, call them to embrace Islam and inform them of Allah's rights which they should observe. For by Allah, even if a single man is led on the right path of Islam by Allah through you, then that will be better for you than the nice red camels." Sahih Bukhari, 4210. Hazrat Ali took the responsibility of leading the Muslim army, and with his bravery and strength, Hazrat Ali attacked several forts of the Khaybar, and the strongest man among the Jews, Marhab, faced the same fate. His body was equally divided into two parts by the Zulfiqar of Imam Ali, killing Marhab and Haris and pulling the gate of Khaybar from its hinges, which gave the Muslims the confidence to win. One by one, Muslims attacked all the forts of Jews. The Jews realized that Muslims were much stronger than them, and they decided to surrender before Muslims. They accepted their defeat and asked the Prophet Muhammad to spare their lives and let them go. The Jews asked the Prophet Muhammad to set them free, and in return, they would give Muslims half of the share of the fruits and grains produced on the lands of the Khaybar. The Prophet Muhammad accepted their offer and allowed them to live freely in Khaybar. According to an authentic report, the Prophet Muhammad agreed to let the Jews stay in Khaybar if they worked in agriculture, spent their own money on it, and gave the Muslims half of their harvest. Although the Muslims had the authority to expel them if they so desired, they did not. 20 days were spent fighting and seizing Jewish strongholds in the Khaybar oasis during the Battle of Khaybar. In this period, around 15 Muslim soldiers were martyred, while 93 Jewish were killed by the Muslim army. As a result, the Muslim community became stronger economically. Additionally, the victory encouraged other Arab tribes to make alliances and agreements with Muslims, which helped Islam grow. In Khaybar, the Jewish tribes slowly lost their influence, and many left or joined the Muslim community. As a result of the battle, it proved that the Muslim leaders, including Hazrat Ali, were capable and strong, and could face any hardship and adversity with their strong willpower and strength.